Good morning, guys. Let's just wait for another 4 minutes and we'll start. Because it's a demo session, people might take time to join. Let's just wait for 4 minutes. Okay? So let's get started. Guys, today's we have the second session. So in this session, we will talk about data and technologies. Okay. So now let's get started. Firstly, fine. So let's talk about data. Can you guys tell me what is data? Whatever you guys know, what is data? I want you to be interactive. Please don't be quiet.
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning.
Data is a collection of raw facts.
Okay. Any other answers, guys? Others, are you here?
Data is information.
Okay. So when you say data is information, fine. It's a raw fact, fine. But one thing is, when you are an analyst and talk about the data is considered in different ways. Okay. Why I say different ways is, so data is not just, we just don't call data as information. So basically, when you talk about the data, okay, so data is a combination of obtains, size, and also storage. Now, we understand the data in three ways: based on the obtains, based on the size, and based on the storage capacity. Now, based on the obtains. So, when I say data, you said data is a collection of information or a collection of raw facts. What does that information or raw fact contains? How is that information formed? How is that raw facts formed? Can you tell me?
It's structured information.
Hmm? The structured information. What is that information containing?
Information is a meaningful and structured data, ma'am.
Okay. I'll make you understand. A to Z combinations, 0 to 9, and special characters. When all of this combination, we create some sentence which makes some sense, right? So data contains A to Z, 0 to 9 special character combinations. Do you see any other data other than these? So when you purchase a phone, you have your internal storage, right? When you purchase a phone, do you have your internal storage?
Yes, ma'am.
Purchase a phone with some internal storage. Why? Why do you need that internal storage?
To store the information.
What information? What information do you usually store in your phones? Don't you click pictures, guys? Images, videos, audios, right? Data will contain images, videos, audios, correct? Yes, no.
Yes.
Any other information? We also have sensors. Okay, this is about the obtains of data. How about the size of data? How is the size of data measured initially? What is the beginning? It's 0, comma 1. What is 1 after 0, comma 1? What is the next one? Bits. What is 4 bits called? This is so quiet. Is it that you don't know them, the basics, or let's do as it's early in the morning for people in IST, are you sleeping? Fine. 4 bits is called nibble. 8 bits is called byte. What is 1024 bytes? What is 1024 bytes?
KB, ma'am.
1024 bytes is KB. Kilobyte. KB. Correct. So what is 1024 KB? MB. Megabyte. What is 1024 MB?
Gigabyte.
Next. Terabyte.
Terabyte.
Next. Petabyte. Next. Exabyte. Zettabyte. Yottabyte. Bronotobyte. Geobyte. Okay, this is how the size of data is measured. So when the first time when data has reached this petabyte, we started calling it as big data. And we started using a tool called Hadoop. Have you heard about these? It's okay if you didn't work. Have you heard about these? These were used to store the data with petabytes of size. Okay. Now coming to the storage. Where do you store the data? For example, you have your customer data, which is of MB or GB size and is a combination of A to Z 0 to 9 special characters. Where do you store it? Guys, you store it in files. Correct. Can you give me some examples of file formats? Please be interactive. You can't be quiet.
Yeah, JPEG files.
Correct. For images, it's JPEG. So let's start with Excel. So
MOV.
Excel, we have XLSX combinations, Dr. SLX, and then we also have .csv. This is Excel. As you said, correct. We have .jpeg, JPEG, JPEG, and then we also have .png, and we have .pdf files, .txt files, and remember .doc. The text document cannot be considered as a storage file. It's just for documentation. And we also have .json. Can you give me an abbreviation of JSON?
JavaScript something, I don't know. JavaScript.
JavaScript object notation.
Yep.
Okay, now let's talk about Excel. Is Excel limited or unlimited, guys? Like you can store any size of data or is it limited?
Limited.
Sure, limited. Others, what do you say?
I think it's unlimited, man.
Okay. Others, only two people are listening to the class. Fine. So, guys, I usually follow one thing when people are not interactive. Whoever answers me, you will get answer from me. It's like a mirror response. Okay. If you're quiet for my question, I will be quiet for your questions. Let's do it that way. Fine. Now, so if the Excel file is unlimited, we will not have database and cloud. Only because it is limited, we have databases and clouds. So the limit of rows and columns is there in Excel. What is the limit of rows in a sheet? I'll do control down arrow. And you see the last row is 10,48,576. That means the Excel can store a data up to 10,48,000. So I'll consider it as 1 million approximately. That's the number of rows limit. And when it comes to the number of columns, we have 16K. Not more than 16,000 columns can be created. So because of this limitation we have the next one called database. Can you name some databases? Can you give me some names of databases?
SQL database.
Yeah, Oracle, SQL Server, Access.
DB2.
What was the first one?
I mean,
SQL.
Oracle
One that-
database.
Whose answer is SQL?
Surya.
Okay, fine. So when you say SQL, can you tell me the full form of SQL?
Structured query language.
So you are saying it's a language. How can that
Yeah.
be a database? SQL is not a database, it's a language.
MySQL.
Huh. So remember this, guys. There is small confusion with people. As a beginners, that's a common confusion. When you say SQL, it's a structured query language. Database is SQL Server, MySQL, Teradata, MongoDB, MariaDB, PostgreSQL. Heard about any one of these at least? Cassandra
Yes, ma'am.
DB, etc. Good. So these comes under the databases. Then what is SQL, ma'am? It's a language. So usually, if I teach this class in Hindi, will all of you understand?
Okay,
No, ma'am.
madam.
Comfortable English.
Not everyone will understand. Think of everyone's perspective. Don't go with one person, okay? So if I teach this class in Hindi, is it a good option?
No, ma'am.
Urdu?
No, ma'am.
English?
English is okay.
Similarly, SQL understands only the language called, sorry, databases understands the only language called SQL. Got it? The only language database understands is SQL. Okay, that's the reason. SQL is the language which is used to talk or communicate to the database. SQL is not the just a normal language. That is the language which is used to communicate with any databases. Database is a container which stores data. Database is a container which stores data. And SQL is a language which is used to communicate with the data which is in database. Hope I'm making some sense now.
Yes, ma'am.
Right.
Madam, please repeat.
Database is a container which stores data. Okay. And
Okay, madam.
SQL is a
Sometimes
language which is used to communicate with the database, which is having the data. It's a medium of the language used for the medium of communication.
sometimes your voice is not getting, madam.
Am I breaking?
Yes, sir.
Is it for everyone?
No, ma'am.
The problem is on your end. Fine. So whenever you have a database to work on, remember that you should also be aware of SQL language. Whenever you're planning to work on database, language should be known. Okay, that's the reason people start to learn SQL as the most of the data. The most of the data is nowadays available in databases. Fine. Now, Let's go with the next one. So, what is the difference between database and cloud? When database can store a larger size of data, why do we have cloud? Very simple. Even though database can store any size of data, computation wise, it is not that well. For example, your government websites. Like if you want to look at your 10th results, you remember that when you're trying to browse your 10th results, were you able to get the results just in one go? Or do you see some buffer?
No, ma'am. We didn't get in a single time. We're getting some kind of server issue.
Correct, server issues and buffers, right? Because a lot of people tries to look at the results at the same time. There is some traffic in the background. Okay, database has the capacity to store the data. But computation wise, there are some disturbances. That's where you have cloud. Got it? Now, can you tell me some cloud platforms?
AWS,
By which company?
Amazon,
AWS is by
Amazon,
Amazon. Very good. Next,
Amazon Web Service,
Azure.
Azure,
Azure by.
Microsoft.
Very good. Next,
I think Google also there, but I don't know the product. What is that type of?
GCP. Google gives GCP, Google Cloud Platform. We also have something for IBM. We also have Oracle Cloud also. We also have Snowflake, sometimes considered as cloud, right?
Yeah, and the
So these,
Salesforce.
so these, etc. So these comes under clouds. Now, the computation wise, the storage wise, database stores any size of data. Similarly, cloud also stores. But computation wise, where database is lagging, is overcome by cloud. No computation issues, no storage issues. Both are not there in cloud. Okay? Understood?
yes, ma'am.
Now, I'll give you another example. Suppose you have a sister who is earning 60 LPA. Okay. And you have a father who earns 1.5 CR. He's a businessman. If you want to purchase a chocolate, do you go and disturb your father, or you are okay to go with your sister to purchase a chocolate?
Go with sister, huh?
You go with sister for chocolate, right? Because she can afford it, right?
Yes.
Correct. So after chocolate, now you want a bicycle. Sister or father?
Sister, ma'am.
Sister.
She's earning 60 LPA. Sister is fine, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Bicycle. You want to purchase a bike now.
Again, sister, ma'am.
Bike also, sister is fine, but few people, do you think that father is also a better option?
Father is the option.
Yes, madam.
Right, because of the conflicts and very good bond we maintain between brother and sister, she might not do it. But
Yes, ma'am.
when she go with bike, what happens? She might choose for EMI, right? Monthly
Yes, of
payment.
course.
Father might do a single payment, but sister might afford for a single payment, right? As I told, database computation, here database computation you see. Bike can be afforded, but with an EMI. But father, single payment like cloud. Now you want a house, sister or father?
Father.
Father, ma'am.
Definitely father for a house. right? Now consider your sister as a database. Just a comparison wise. So I gave this example just so that you compare it. Here you compare the costs of things which is compared with the size of data. So sister is like a database. Father is like a cloud. Understood? I hope this example first was little useful for people as a beginners who don't understand the terminology well. So the person who decides where the data is to be stored based on the size of it, obtains of it, whoever decides how it has to be stored and takes care of it, he is known as a data engineer. He is data engineer. Suppose he is working on data AWS, he's called AWS engineer. If he's working on Azure, he's called Azure engineer. He works on GCP, he's called GCP engineer. And if
Ma'am,
he's
can you
working on
repeat that?
database, he's called DBA, database admin. So the person who decides where the data is to be stored and helps with storing the data in a proper structure based on the obtains, size and storage is called a data engineer. He works on data. He's called a data engineer. If he works on AWS, he's an AWS engineer. If he decides to store the data in Azure and helps in it, he's an Azure engineer. If he does the same thing in GCP, he's a GCP engineer. If he does this on a database, he's a database admin. Making sense? Understood who is a data engineer now? Now you have the data. For example, see, a person is purchasing. On Monday, he has taken 2 milk packets. Tuesday, he has taken 2. Wednesday, he has taken 1. Thursday, he has taken 2 milk packets. Friday, again 2. Saturday, weekend 1. Sunday, he has purchased 2 milk packets. On the next Monday, how many milk packets would he take?
2, ma'am.
How? How could you say that it's 2? What did you consider, or what did you what things went through your mind to give this answer?
Based on the past related data.
You looked into the pattern of it,
Yes, ma'am.
correct?
Yes, ma'am.
So this part you have analyzed, right? So what has already happened, you have analyzed it. After analyzing what has happened, if you're giving your answers, you're giving your analysis, you are called data analyst. You're a data analyst. Based on historical data, if you're understanding the pattern, you're a data analyst. And based on historical data, you're doing some prediction here. Based on historical data, understood the pattern and gave some prediction. That is data science. Understanding the historical data,
Repeat,
understanding the
madam.
historical data and saying the analysis is data analyst. Just understanding the data. He will not say what is going to happen based on it. He'll just say what has already happened. That is data analyst. Based on after understanding what has happened, if you say what is going to happen, predictions, you're a data scientist. Understood the difference between data analyst and a data scientist? You understand the
Yes,
difference
ma'am.
between data analyst and scientist?
Yes, yes.
Now, the same analytics, you are a data analyst, but if you're using Excel as a tool to analyze data, you're called Excel expert. Or if you're using VBA in Excel, the same Excel, if you're using options of VBA, you are called VBA expert. The designations.
Madam, that's column just scroll left side, madam.
Which column do you want me to scroll left?
What you are writing, just you have to scroll left side, madam. Drag left side, madam. That is on the edge, so that's why we are. Okay, madam.
I didn't do anything. You're saying okay.
Okay, madam. It's my problem.
I think you have zoomed in.
Yes, madam. Yes.
Okay, fine. So if you're analyzing the data using Python, you're called Python developer. If you're analyzing the same data using Power BI, you're called Power BI developer. If you're doing it using Tableau, you're called Tableau developer. You're using NIME. NIME is also a reporting tool like Power BI. You are called NIME developer. Okay. But ultimately, what are you doing using these tools? You're doing data analytics only.
Yes, madam.
Okay, but designations, few companies goes with giving a data analyst as a designation. Few gives designation like this based on the tool you're working. And few gives designation based on the data you're working. If you're working on finance data, you're called finance analyst. If you're working on fraud data, you're called fraud analyst. If you're working on credit card data, you're called credit analyst. Got it? If you're working on HR data, or you're working on HR, also known as workforce, you're called workforce analyst. Few companies go with giving a designation based on the data you're working. Few goes with giving the designation based on the tool you're working. But ultimately, any one of this designation you are a data analyst. I think the two questions which you guys asked yesterday, the difference between data analyst and a scientist and what designation we will be eligible for, both of them are answered.
Yes, ma'am.
Now you guys are clear on how technologies are named in IT?
Yes, ma'am.
Was the session useful to all of you?
Yes, ma'am.
Fine. So this is about data and technologies. Any questions related to this topic, data and technologies, please feel free to ask me. Now it's time for you to shoot out your questions.
Ma'am, can you just repeat it once? The difference between data engineer, data scientist, and the data analyst once again?
Data engineer decides the structure of data and the storage of data. After this is done, data analyst connects to the data which is ready and says what is happening in the data. Just what is already happened in the data, history data. Based on what has happened in the data, after data analyst is telling it, what is going to happen based on his analysis, data scientist would give using algorithms. He mostly uses Python.
Okay, thank you, ma'am.
Okay.
Hello.
Any doubts, guys? Any questions?
Starting, I have not attended. Please, starting obtains data storage files. Up to that, please give me briefly, madam.
Sorry?
Starting, I didn't attend it. I attended from what is database, what is cloud, from that. So before those topics, please explain.
I just told that data contains these combinations. Data can contain anything in it. And the size of data is measured this way. When the data has come to petabytes, we started using Hadoop Big Data. And the data size storage, initially we were using files, and then we started extending it to database and cloud. And I started class, because people are joining late, I started class 10 minutes late. And still, if you're late, please make sure you join on time from tomorrow.
No, madam. Yesterday I attended, but that is not registered. Today
Oh,
I have
okay,
called to
that's
your
fine. Make sure to
mentor.
join early, I'm saying, from tomorrow.
Today also I got some issues, so that's why it's like.
Okay. No, just make sure that you join early from tomorrow. Just plan accordingly.
Okay, madam.
Okay. Because you might miss things, right? When we do installations, no,
No,
repeating
I
this
am
might be
waiting from
difficult, so make
7.
sure.
I am waiting from 6:45 onwards, but I am registering again and again. It's not getting registered. That's why I called your. I have the number from
No
training
problem,
institute.
no problem. That's fine.
They resolved
That's
the problem.
absolutely fine. Okay. Any other questions or doubts, guys? I hope the session was clear to all of you. Was the session useful?
Yes, ma'am.
It's helpful to get some clarity on things, right?
It's very useful, madam, because we are beginners. I am a beginner. I have
Okay.
more interest to learn the data. What is database? What is SQL servers?
Okay, fine.
Madam, yesterday I didn't attended, but can you give me notes or anything, madam?
See, you will get the recording. If you contact the person, the same person
Okay.
who helped you, they will provide you the recording.
Okay, madam. Okay.
Yesterday's.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, then. That's about it for today, guys. Okay, then if you don't have any questions, tomorrow will be the third demo session where we will talk about brief introduction to Power BI. So I'll explain you very clearly what is Power BI, what is reporting tool, what happens in Power BI, what you're going to learn in Power BI. I'll practically also show how Power BI works. Okay, tomorrow you will have a brief introduction to Power BI. Clear?
Clear, ma'am.